Attention all activity providers, let me introduce you to the official sponsor of the Start, Grow, Scale podcast. Meet Pebble, the award-winning platform that will help you manage your admin and streamline your day-to-day business, freeing up your time to focus on what you love, running your fantastic activities for children. Why choose Pebble? It's simple. Fast setup, intuitive platform, and hands-on customer success team ready to spend less time on admin and more time on creating incredible classes. Visit bookpebble.co.uk and join a community of over 1,000 activity providers today. Quote the code Krissy24 when joining to get your first month on the platform for free. I'm Krissy Monaghan, a children's activity expert here in the UK, working with providers across the globe to help them start, grow and scale their children's activity business by unlocking their potential to maximise their income so they get to do what they love. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode, and today I want to ask you, are you obsessed? Are you obsessed with your business? Are you obsessed with marketing your business? Are you obsessed with the sales in your business? Are you obsessed with growing an audience? And the reason I wanted to talk about this today is I've been listening to a lot of podcasts recently. Obviously, you all know I love podcasts. I love learning. I love investing in my knowledge. I'm all about skill stacking. So I just love absorbing information. I wish I'd been this obsessed at school, but clearly school wasn't for me. Being an entrepreneur totally was for me. And I actually wish the education system did more work around entrepreneurs, because sadly the system is all about telling us we need to go and get a job. We need to get a job. And I'm all about, with my children, they are not going to get a job. I don't want them to have a job. I want them to be an entrepreneur. I want them to have their own businesses, because I'm just like, the whole structure of the education system, don't even get me started on that one. Obviously, I talked to lots of people who work in the children's activity sector. As you will know, many of you are teachers and you have left because of these reasons. But I feel like the education system is just funneling our children into the system so they go and get jobs and they pay taxes, etc. in the future. But I want my children to be entrepreneurs, and I want them to get obsessed with a business. And I thought about this a lot recently because I've been listening to all these podcasts about it all, and the people I've been listening to are like super obsessed with their business to a different level. And when I thought about it and I reflected on my childhood and getting a job and all those things, I thought, wow, I think I have an obsessive streak in me. I think I've definitely got that, because obviously as a child it was all about running. Like, I was obsessed with running. I used to train 5 times a week. I'd be down the athletics track. It was all about getting those personal bests, all about putting in the miles, and used to just be obsessed with running. And then I left school and I got a job, and then it was all about the career. It was all about progressing up the ranks. And I remember when I was interviewed for a job with England Athletics, I was actually interviewed by Paula Radcliffe's dad. Obviously, they were asking me why I wanted the job, etc., as you do in interviews. And I told him, I said, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with helping people, working with people, taking athletes through the pathway. And he actually replied to me, and I just remember this. He was like, yeah, I've got a daughter like that. And obviously it was Paula Radcliffe, who was obviously obsessed with her quest to be the best, to be Olympic champion, to be world champion, European champion, Commonwealth champion. So the obsession has always been there. And then when I started my business, I was completely obsessed with mess around. Like, you could have cut me in half. I always say this and goo would have spilled out. I worked like day and night to bring that brand to the UK, to grow it, to scale it. And the obsession, was totally there. I can totally see it now. At the time, when people were reflecting on me saying, why do you work? Like, I used to work weekends, and I still do now. It's because I loved what I did. I was obsessed with the business. So, I want to know from you as a business owner, Are you obsessed with your business? Because you sort of need to be. You need to be if you really want to be successful. And then obviously when I left Mess Around and I started this business 2 years ago, I just got obsessed with helping children's activity providers to start, grow and scale their business. And the obsession's not gone. We all have dreams of where we want our business to be. And to make that happen, we need to get obsessed with either growing an audience or marketing our business or increasing the sales or getting more visible. You have to be obsessed with your business because otherwise it won't grow and it won't scale. So you have to be obsessed and do the things that you need to do in order to make it happen. And I always say to clients, do the things that other providers are not willing to do. And probably being obsessed is one of them. So I just wanted to reflect on that because I've always felt a bit judged by people. And you may feel the same. Because I've worked weekends and because my children have seen that I'm always working and they know that I work and why I work to give them a better life. But I've always felt that other people from, outside friends have always seen me working at my desk and maybe family as well and being judgmental about it. Like, oh, you shouldn't work at the weekends or you're always working. Like, when you get those comments, well, it's because I'm obsessed with my business. I'm obsessed with taking it to the next level. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I don't think you should let those people stop you from growing and scaling your business. If you have this dream, if you have a belief, if you want a better life for your family and for your children, then there's nothing wrong with being obsessed with your business to make that happen. I completely believe in that. So I would love to know, are you obsessed with your business? Do you wake up in the morning and think, right, what am I going to do today to promote my business, to make those sales, to get the messaging out there, to get myself visible and to hit my goals so I can create the life and dream that I want for me and my family? I would love to know that. And if you would love to be around like-minded people who are all obsessed with their business, then you need to join the Children's Activity Business Club because that is where we all are. All the people that are obsessed with their businesses are in that club. I would love to see you in the club because then I can help you because that is the only way you're going to be able to come and work with me in the future. And everyone I know, like when people send me messages, they're always like, I admire you. You work so hard. You're a go-getter. It's because I'm obsessed. I've realised it now. This is what it is. It's the obsession. It's that train I'm on. I'm on this obsession train. I would love to see you in a Children's Activity Business Club. And if you have loved today's podcast, I would love you to subscribe, leave me a review, and invite your fellow obsessed business owner friends to come and follow me. And let's get us all in one place because if we're all surrounded with the right people who aspire to be the best, then we're only going to grow as business owners. So that is today. Let me know. Are you obsessed with your business? If you are, I would love to see you in the Children's Activity Business Club. And that's it from me today. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.